is that like the overall thing here? Like this is almost like a goodbye tour in a way. Do you feel, or in the end, maybe PFL still offers the best thing that you feel is your money worth, so you can't fully close the door yet.
Yeah, I mean, I never would close the door because, like I said, I don't hold a grudge or anything. It's like it's not about. It really isn't about not wanting to fight for PFL or having there's things that need to be worked out if I continue after this year or whatever.
Right.
But I think when it comes down to it, I think it's just it's what's best for me mentally of what I think that I want to do in this sport.
Right.
And when I had a Hewlett Packard computer from college when I first moved out to Sacramento, I was actually living in a garage that was transformed into a bedroom at one of Uriah Faber's houses on the block.
I like how it's
And
one of his houses. Not that it's his house, just one of his houses. You got a
yeah,
garage in one of them.
I think he had like two or three fighter houses at the time.
Oh my
And
god.
they it wasn't like we were living in a mansion, so don't get it
Yeah.
twisted. I was living in a fucking garage with a mattress on the floor with bugs and shit in
Oh
there.
wow.
And so and I was paying $300 a month to live in a garage
What?
basically. So but that's besides the point. So I move in there and I had this Hewlett Packard and just started training for fighting. I didn't even have my first pro fight yet.
Mm.
I got a picture off of Google of the UFC belt and put it as my background on that computer.
Yeah.
And even though that computer's like fried by now, I can still open the computer up, and
Really?
on the background screen, it still has a picture of the UFC belt, and that's like
Wow.
in my head. That's if I stop fighting, and it's pretty straightforward of what Michael Chandler said too. In I think might have been the countdown or something. He
Mm.
said, you know, if I'm 41 years old and I look back and I never had an opportunity or got the opportunity to actually fight for a UFC title or even just fight in the UFC to see whether I'm good enough
Yeah.
and prove to myself. It's not about anyone else. It's proving to myself up here. Like when I'm done and all is said and done and I'm sitting there drinking a beer on my back patio and I'm like, did I make the right decision or did I not give myself the chance to do that?
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's not really about, having a grudge with somebody or an organization or not wanting to fight somewhere. It's more just like that was the goal that I've always had since the very beginning. And it may not be this year or next year, the year after, but I my main goal in fighting is to be the best. And if I can't be the best, at least give myself a shot to be the best or prove that I am or am not, what I believe I am. So that's all it is. That's all it comes down to. It's the competitor in me, in my mindset.